know the weather's kind of rough outside, so we'll try to move through them fairly fast tonight. All right. One of the first things you need to do is get a nice pan. You want side walls on it, but we're going to line it with aluminum foil. A good heavy-duty aluminum foil is best. And I got a nice long sheet, because I'm going to fold it over. You know, put it all the way down in there. This will actually help your cookies from sticking. It makes them come out a lot easier. All right. Anybody ever used this trick before? You will need it on this one. I'll just go ahead and tell you that. They stick very easily to this. So from this point here, what we're going to do is we're going to grease it, and I'm going to use shortening again. And I'm just going to kind of spread it real thin in there. You can use a vegetable spray, but the shortening is actually going to help your saltines from sliding around on you. And I'd spread a little bit on your sides. A little bit more should do the trick. All right. Any questions so far? That's pretty easy, right? All right. So now that we've got that down in there, we're going to take our saucepan that I've got right over here and make sure I don't cover everything up so that I don't lose track like I did on the eggs. All right. And with this, we're going to melt down some butter, a cup of butter. We're going to put a cup of sugar in there. So it'll be 2 full sticks. I knew they had me too, I just didn't know where the other one went to. It ran away on me. All right. I'm going to cut my stove on about a medium. Then we need our cup of sugar. All right. So we're going to let that start melting down. As that works, we're going to go ahead and throw our saltine crackers in the pan. Just a normal saltine will work. These are value time saltines. We're going to put down 24. Now if you get more than 24 in your pan, that's fine. If you get less than 24, you're still fine, okay? Just a rough guesstimate there. But you just want to kind of set them all out end to end. It's like playing dominoes. And the saltines are actually going to serve as the crust of the cookie. Anybody counting how many we've got in there? Maybe what do we get?
24.
24 exactly? That's magic. Because I didn't count as I went. I just started placing them in there. I'm just simply breaking the butter up a little bit so it'll melt a little bit quicker for us. And you're just going to let your butter melt down. Get your sugar all nice and blended in with it. So we're simply going to take it and pour it over our cookies. I keep saying cookies, but they're crackers. Looks like I missed one over here. Alright, so that's about what you're looking for. Everybody kind of see that nice coverage there? Then we're going to put them in the oven. For about 5 minutes. What that's going to do is help the sugar and the butter set up in the crackers. It'll give you the whole solid crust. So back to the marble cookies. You see how everything's really melted down? You've let the sugar start setting as it goes. It's filling in with the crackers, making one nice uniform crust. So at this point what we're going to do is we're going to put chocolate chips over it. Put it back in the oven, let those heat up, and we're going to smooth them out into one layer. Let me double check how much we need. We need 3 cups. Get us another bag right quick. Anybody a fan of chocolate? So you want to make sure you cover your crackers all the way. There's a few extra there in the bag. We'll just throw those in just for fun. All right. No, the more chocolate, the better off in most cases. All right, we're going to throw it back in the oven. All right, they seem to be pretty soft. You can kind of tell because they're getting that little glossy look to them. I'm just going to simply take it, and they're not going to be perfect. They are going to pull. Do you see how that's pulling on me there? It's nice and tacky. Everybody see that? Just do the best you can. It's kind of like making a layered nacho dip or something. You're going to pull your layers. You want to be sure you get good coverage all the way across. How's that look to everybody? Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now, if you wanted to leave the nuts off, that's fine, okay? A lot of people don't like nuts in cookies or in brownies or what have you. You can simply leave the nuts out. You could top it with something else if you wanted to. If you wanted to do, you know, like I said, butterscotch or white chocolate or something like that, and mix that in and let that melt back down and spread it on top again, you could also do that. But for right now, we're going to put a few crushed nuts on the top of it. A neat little trick, as you see, mine's in a pan. We had whole nuts. So a good way to do that is if you take the back handle of a knife or a spatula, you can actually break them down without having to cut them. And you can kind of throw a little bit of plastic wrap over them and just break them down, and then you can pour them straight into whatever you may need. Just kind of make a little boulder, a little folder with them. So it's a nice little tidbit note there. All right. So we need 1 cup. I've got a half cup right here, so I'm going to use it twice. So you just simply spread in your nuts on the top. Using a nice nutty top on it. My oven's making plenty of. We're just going to simply slide it in. You can. If you're on a good pan, you don't have to really worry about it that much. If it was glass or something like that, I would take it into more consideration. Alright, so after you have your 24 hours refrigeration, all you have to do for those is just take them out and cut them. You can cut them into whatever size you may need. I think the ones that I did, I cut them in about 1 inch by 1 inch. It's a nice little bite size. If you go with a 2x2, you're probably going to get about 12 or 13 servings out of it. I think I pushed mine to about 20. But it's going to set up. I've got them already made up for you, so obviously we can't sit here, have another late night class and wait 24 hours for them.